Everyone, welcome to the iTree channel. Today we are going to discuss about a very special lesson, that is number systems. Number systems. Why we need number system? What are the uses of the number system? We are going to discuss in detail about number systems with this video. Look at the video from start to end. You make the subscribe, like and share of this video if you are get something from this video. First of all, we try to understand what are the basic functions of number systems. Number systems, look at these things. Number systems are used to represent values. As you say 1, 2, 3. To represent values, we need the number system. For counting, just say you are counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for this counting, you need the number systems. We need the number system to perform calculations. You do addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. All these calculations are doing using number systems. Number systems are used to compare things quantitatively. You may say that my height is 5 feet. Someone else's height is 5.2 feet. So now you are comparing these values quantitatively. So we use number systems to compare things quantitatively. And also we use the number systems to make the order. You make something, you arrange something in ascending order, that is from small value to the bigger value. Sometimes you make some things in descending order, that is from big numbers to the small numbers. So for these functions you need the number system. Number systems are used to represent values, for counting, to perform calculations, compare the things quantitatively, and setting up the things in order. Number systems. What is the content of a number system? If you look at number system has two basic things. One is called unit, second one called the number or the digit. Unit. What is unit? Units are used to identify the things uniquely, like trees, people, fruit, kilometers. To identify a thing uniquely, we use a unit. Then what is the use of the number or the digit? Numbers or digits are used to express the things quantitatively, say 2, 5, 10, 1, 4, 10. These are used to say something quantitatively. So state something in meaningfully, we need both the unit and the number. Whenever you want to print something, say something meaningfully, you need both the unit and the number. For example, say 5 men, 5 mangoes, 10 kilometers. If you say just 5, there is no big meaning. If you say men, the meaning is not very clear. If you say 5 men, you can easily see that, okay, there are 5 men. If you say 5 mangoes, it is very clear. If you say just 5 or just mangoes, you may not have the full meaning of that. So that if you want to say something meaningfully, you must use both the unit and the number. Now look at the followings. This is 5. This is 4. This is 6. If you get these things individually, there is no big meaning. But if you look at now, this is called as 546. This is called as 645. This is called as 456. When you get the numbers say 5, 4, 6, when you combine this one different ways, you will get different values. See the first one, it is called as 546. Second one is called as 645. Third one is called as 456. Did you think, why did you say this one 546 or 645 and 456? We will learn these things in a moment. Look at these things. These are called Arabian numbers. The Arabic people, they use these numbers for their counting, for their calculation. These are called Arabian numbers. The first line, we can see that these are Arabian numbers. The second line, we use the general numbers, what we use day to day. These numbers are called as Hindu-Arabian numbers. So Arabian people, we use the numbers in first row, but we generally use the numbers, Hindu-Arabian numbers, which we display in the second line. Look at these numbers. These are called as Egyptian numerals, Egyptian numbers. Generally, Egyptian people are using these numbers. Now may not use these numbers, but they use these things for their calculations and counting. Look at these numbers. These are very familiar to you. These are Roman numbers. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 10. maybe 20, maybe 50, maybe 100, maybe 500. You can see these numbers. These are called as Roman numerals, Roman numbers. You may be well familiar with these numbers. Okay, now we look at the number systems. If you look at number system, there are two types of number system. First one is called as non-positional number systems. Non-positional number system. Second one is called as positional number system. There are two types of number systems, non-positional number systems and positional number system. First, we will look at what are the non-positional number system. Non-positional number systems always have specific symbol for each and every value. Each and every value will have special symbols, especially the Roman numbers. If you look at now, you can see that Roman numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Each will have a specific symbol for that. Positional number systems. Positional number systems are the numbers which has a very specific number of symbols, and value of the number will be determined by two factors, that is the symbol used and the place of that symbol. If you look at positional number system, the value of the positional number system will be determined by three factors. First one, the digit, what to use, the number, the digit. Then we think about the position of the digit, where the digit is. The third one is the base or the radix we use to make the number system. So always, if you look at positional number system, the value of a number will be determined by three factors. First one is the digit we use. Second one is the placement, the position of the digit. And the third one is the base or the radix we use for the number. Now, could you say what is the value of this? 1, 1, 1. Unfortunately, we can't say value of this. This may be not 111 because without the base, we can't determine the value of this. So to determine the value of this, we should know the base of this value. So now we will look at the bases of the numbers. If you look at positional number system, we may discuss about four different number systems. First one we call as binary numbers, which use 2 digits. Then we use about the octal numbers, which will use 8 different symbols or 8 different symbols. Third one we call as decimal numbers, which we use 10 different symbols. Third one, decimal numbers. Last one is the hexadecimal numbers, which will use 16 different symbols. So we are discussing about 4 different number systems under this. Binary number systems, which has 2 symbols. Octal number systems, which has 8 symbols. Decimal number systems, which has 10 symbols. Finally, the hexadecimal number system, which will have 16 different symbols. Okay, now we look at, if we say 1, 1, 1 as a binary number, what is the value of this? So we do calculate this one as follows. So this use the base 2. The first one is the position of 0, that is the 2 to the power 0, then 2 to the power 1, then finally the 2 to the power 2. The positional value will be, first point is 1, second point is 2, third point is 2. Now we will multiply our value with the positional value. So 1 into 1, 1, 1 into 2, 2, 1 into 4, 4. Now we see that first place will get value of 1, second place get the value of 2, third place the value of 4. Now we can add these things together. So you will get 4 plus 2 plus 1, 7. We will do this calculation in the following manner as well. We can do this one as following. Just write the value to down, then write the positional value of this one, 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2. Then we get the real positional values. Those are 1, 2, 4. Then multiply these things together. So 1 into 1, 1, 2 into 1, 2, 4 into 1, 4. Then add these things together. You get the final value 7. Now look at, if you write this one as an octal value, what could be the value? So now 8 to the power 0, 8 to the power 1, 8 to the power 2. Then we get 8 to the power 0, 1, 8 to the power 1 is 8, 8 to the power 2 is 64. Then we multiply these two together, you get 1, then 8, then 64. We can add these things together. Then 64 plus 8 plus 1, that is 73. We can do this one this way as well. We'll write it down. We write the positional values. We get the real values. Then we multiply these two together. We get the final values 1, 8, 64. Then we got add together. That will come 73. Okay, now look at, if you write this as a decimal number, you know the way, 10 to the power 0, 10 to the power 1, 10 to the power 2, that is 1, 10, 100. Then multiply together, that is 1, 10, 100. Then you add together 100 plus 10 plus 1, is it 101. If we given this one as an hexadecimal number, we will do the calculation later, then we will see the second method. 10 to the power 0, 10 to the power 1, 10 to the power 2, we multiply together, that is 1, 10, 100, calculate together, is 101. Okay, now we can do this one as an hexadecimal number. We write the values, 16 to the power 0, 16 to the power 1, 16 to the power 2, 16 to the power 1, 0 is 1, 16 to the power 1 is 16, 16 to the power 0 is 256. We multiply together, that is 1, 16, 256. We will add together, that is 256 plus 16 plus 1, that becomes 273. Okay, we will do the second way, 16 to the power 0, 16 to the power 1, 16 to the power 2, then 1, 16, 256, multiply together, that is 1, 16, 256, we get totally 273. Now you know. Okay, just look at the summary of these things. If you write 1, 1, 1 as a binary number, the value become 7. If you write 1, 1, 1 as an octal number, the value will be 73. If you write 1, 1, 1 as a decimal number, you get the value 111. If you write 1, 1, 1 as a hexadecimal number, you get 273. What that means? Whenever you are writing a number, we must specify the base of that value. We should write the base of that value. Normally, we write the base as a subscript just below the number. Always we should write the base of the number when we are writing a number. But in day-to-day life, we don't specify the base because we all are agreed upon that we may be using the decimal numbers. So if you all are using the decimal number, it is not necessary to specify the base. But in number system lesson, you must specify the base because the base is very, very important, because different bases will make different values on the same thing. You can see from the summary sheet that 1, 1, 1, if it is binary, 7, octal, 73, decimal, 111, hexadecimal, 273. So you must specify the base of the value when you are writing in number system lesson. There is one important thing you have to know about MSD and LSD. MSD, it is called as most significant digit. Sometimes this is called as the MSB as well, that is most significant bit. MSD, most significant digit, or MSB, most significant bit. LSD, least significant digit, or sometimes called as LSB, least significant digit. We will get a number and see what is MSD and what is LSD. Look at this number. What is the MSD of this? What is the LSD of this? What is MSD means? MSD means if it is a whole number which is far away in the left side of the decimal point. MSD is the non-zero value which is far away in the left side of the decimal point. In this case, that becomes 2. What is LSD? LSD means just left side of the decimal point. Just left side of the decimal point. In this case, the LSD will be 5. You can see that MSD theoretically can't be 0, but LSD can be 0 or any other value. MSD means which is far away in the left side of the decimal point. LSD is just next left side of the decimal point. Look at this number now. This is the fractional part. If it has a decimal part as well, so theory will be different. MSD is the same. MSD is which is far away in the left side of the decimal point and non-zero value. Non-zero value which is far away in the left side of the decimal point. But in LSD is the which is far away from the right side of the decimal point but the non-zero. The non-zero value which is far away from the decimal point, that is the LSD. So now you can easily understand what is MSD and what is LSD. We look at another number to understand the MSD and LSD. Sometimes if you use the binary numbers, these are called as MSB and LSB. In this case, what is the MSD? MSD is the non-zero value which is far away from the left side of the decimal point, that is 1. LSB, which is just left side of the decimal point, that is 1. Look at this number. MSB or the MSB will be 1. LSD or the LSB, it should be 0. Now look at this number. This is the fractional part, that is the decimal part. Now MSB or the MSD is 1. So LSB or the LSD should be, it is whatever is far away in the right side of the decimal point but non-zero. It is 1. Okay, now we discuss our decimal number system. Normally, day-to-day life, we use the decimal symbol, decimal number system, which has 10 different symbols, 10 different things to represent the values. So now, the base, it will be 10. The numbers are, the symbols are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Because it has 10 different symbols. Basically, the number system will denote how many symbols are there. So, decimal means it should have 10 different symbols. So the base is 10. Symbols are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So minimum number is 0. Maximum number will be base minus 1. You are deducting 1 from the base, that is base is 10, then you get 9. So why we use decimal number system for counting? Did you ever think about why did you use and why do we use decimal number system, 10 numbers for counting? It's a very simple reason, because we had 10 fingers in our hands. That is the basic reason why the people use decimal number system for counting. You will counting as 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. That's a basic idea why the people use decimal number system. Look at now how the 546 is made. You can see that the 6 in the position 0, it has a value of 1 of 6. 4 is the second point, that is value of 10. So 4 times of 10. Then 5 times of 100, that is 546. Look at this one. 6 in the position of 0, that is a 6 of 1s. 4 is in position of 1, that is 10 of 4s. Then the 5 in the position of 2, that is 100 of 5s, that is 5 hundreds, 10 4s, 6 1s, that is 546. That's the way we made the 546. Okay, binary number system. It uses only 2 different symbols. Computer use binary number systems basically because computers are operate with the power signal, electrical signals. Electrical signals will have only 2 parts, that is on signal which will represent with number 1, off signal which can represent with number 0. So that's why computers are using binary numbers for calculations, to all the operations. So the humans, we are using decimal number system. Then we should know how to deal with the computer, how to convert our numbers from decimal to binary and back. Whatever produced by the computer in binary can be translated to decimal number system. So decimal number system will have only two symbols, that base is 2, symbols are 0 and 1, minimum is 0, maximum is 1. Octal number system, now you know, we should have 8 different symbols. Base is 8, symbols are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So minimum number will be 0, maximum number will be 7. Hexadecimal number system, how many symbols should be there? There should be 16 different symbols. So the base is 6, symbols are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you can't write 10. You should write A to represent 10. 11 will be represented by B. 12 will be represented by C. 13 is from D. 14 is from E. 15 is from F. So then the symbols for hexadecimal numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E and F. Minimum number will be 0, maximum will be F, which represents the value of 15. Then you should know hexadecimal numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E and F. The summary of the number systems. Basically, we have discussed 4 different number systems. First one is the binary. Binary, the base is 2, the symbols are 0 and 1. Then the octal, the base is 8, the available symbols are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Then the decimal, what we use day to day life. If the base is 10, so we have the symbols 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Then the hexadecimal, as you know, this has 16 different symbols, the base is 16. So the symbols are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then A, B, C, D, E and F. Okay. As you know, we want to convert the decimal numbers to binary. Then binary to decimal. As the same thing we can do with the octal, we can convert decimal to octal and octal to decimal. Then the hexadecimal, we can convert decimal numbers into hexadecimal and hexadecimal numbers into decimal. Then we can do binary and octal conversion. So we can convert binary to octal and octal to binary. Then we can do binary to hexadecimal, then hexadecimal to binary. In the next lesson, we will be learning about this conversion. How to convert decimal to binary, binary to decimal. Decimal to octal, octal to decimal. Decimal to hexadecimal, hexadecimal to decimal. Then we can know about how to convert numbers from binary to octal and octal to binary. Then binary to hexadecimal and hexadecimal to binary. Okay, we will see how can we convert a number from decimal to other base. For example, say we want to convert a decimal number to binary. The simple solution is you divide the required number by the required base. You divide the decimal number by the base required. Then you write the remainder of this division. You continue this division until you can't divide. You continuously divide the number by the base. When you are dividing these numbers, you must write the remainder of these divisions. Then finally, you write all these division remainders from end to start. You divide the number by the base, write the remainders, write the remainders from end to start. Then you get the conversion. Okay, this will end up the part 1 of this lesson. So you can continue the part 2 lesson, which will be uploaded to the channel immediately. So if you got something from this lesson, please subscribe to this channel, and also you can share these videos with your friends, and I will say you make a like on this website. Kindly you are requested to do your suggestions, comments on this number or the email address. So please subscribe this channel and put a like into this site, into this video, and make sharing among your friends. This will help to your friends to know all these things. The singular version of this video also available on my site. On this channel you can download so many videos be related to the information and communication technology. Thank you for watching.